Welcome to Project Pokey, a DIY do-it-yourself dog training video series dedicated to providing you with all of the essential tools on how to train your dog from the comfort of your own home. This series will feature Pokey, a rescue dog from Winston County, Alabama. In this video, Introduction Part 2, we will be demonstrating how the positive reinforcement model works.
So 3 things you need to know for the positive reinforcement model, and Rigby and I are going to go ahead and model this together. So if your dog does something that you're asking them to do, what you want to do is mark the behavior as soon as they're doing it. Rigby's already in a sit position, so I'm not going to ask her to sit, but I will ask her to do something else. So let's demonstrate. Rigby, speak. Yes. Good. As soon as she made a noise, I marked it yes, using yes as my marker word. You can also click if you're using a clicker. And then I followed up with her food treat, good, and praise, good girl. So 3 things. First, marker word. Second, reward them with their food reward if you're using food, which essentially in these videos we will be doing. And third, praise. Now if your dog's not food motivated, that can happen. I have worked with dogs that are more toy motivated, so instead of presenting them with food, we might present them with something else that they really like, such as their ball. So maybe we'll throw the ball and they'll bring it back, and then we'll repeat reps for whatever it is we're doing. Rigby, let's demonstrate again. Rigby, sniff. Yes. Good, good girl. Now as soon as you say the word yes, you've let them know what you just did is what I wanted you to do, and I really like what you just did. Off. Yes, good. Sit. Good. Wait. Good. Rigby's working right now. She will get a little impatient if we aren't paying attention to her. Okay? Sniff. Good. Sniff. Yes. Good. Touch. Yes. Good. Good girl. And kiss. Yes. Good girl. Very good. Rigby, come. Yes. Very good. Rigby, sit. Yes. Very good. So that's how that works. I ask her to do what it is I want her to do. As soon as she does it, I say yes. And then I give her her food reward, and followed by praise. Good girl. Good job.
It's extremely important that each and every time we say the word yes, or we are using a click, if we're using a clicker, that we follow that up with the reward. Because if we're only rewarding them some of the time, but not all of the time, we actually will send a confusing message to them, and they will wonder why sometimes they're getting the reward and sometimes they're not. And it really diminishes the value of the word yes. So we want to train them that every time they hear the word yes, they've done something correct, and therefore that has earned them a treat. So make sure you're being consistent with this. Every time you say yes, you should be giving your dog a reward.
Sit. Yes. Good girl. Very good. Betsy, sit. Yes. Very good. As soon as you say yes, you've let them know, hey, I really like what you just did, and you've bought yourself a little bit of time. So the time that it takes for you to reach into your pocket or your treat bag and give them that treat. Touch. Good. Sniff. Good. Speak. Yes. Good. Speak, Pokey. Very good. Rigby, speak. 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 Yes, very good. So you'll notice that when I just did that sequence, I said good, but I didn't reward her. So I'm using good as a neutral word. So if it's something that they're doing really, really well at, Rigby and I have been doing sit for 4 years, so I'm not necessarily going to give her a reward each and every time she sits, especially if it's in an environment where we've done it thousands and thousands of times. If we do it in a harder environment or maybe a new environment and there's more distractions, yes, I might reward her for that because I know that that's going to be a challenging thing to ask her to do. But for the purposes of something that we've done a lot of, I'm just saying the word good, letting her know that's good. I like what you're doing. You did it right, but you're not receiving a treat for it yet. And so this would be where we graduate from something simple like sit, and then maybe we have her do 3 different things back to back before she gets a reward. So instead of doing one specific cue, she's completing a sequence, right? So I'm asking her to sniff, to touch, and to speak, which she's ready to do. Now the thing you want to do with sequence is, you can tell she's pawing, so she's preemptively thinking that I'm going to ask her to touch. So we want to mix up our sequences. If your dog gets used to doing the exact same sequence over and over and over again, then instead of focusing on what you're asking them to do, they're just going to go ahead and do what they've already done before that's worked. So remember, that's also very important. So mixing up your sequences so they don't actually detect a specific pattern that they can recreate over and over again. We actually just want them to be more focused on what we're about to ask them to do, not what they think that we're going to ask them to do, if that makes sense. Good girls. Good girls. All right, are we ready? Should we get to work, you guys? Betsy, Rigby, Pokey. Good girls. Good job today. Good.